So we all know that Prime Day is coming up, which of course is huge for a lot of brands. Do you have any thoughts about sort of how to prepare or how to be looking at Prime Day this year?
Yeah, so Prime Day is critical on Amazon. It's the second biggest shopping holiday after Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Obviously, deals are the main driver on Prime Day. That's what customers are showing up for. Deals, just like Black Friday, Cyber Monday, that's why they're on Amazon, is to find deals. That being said, that's not the only way for brands to participate. There is a massive increase in traffic over Prime Day and Prime Week, frankly, which is really more of a kind of a week event, second week in July now.
Right.
So running advertising along with some strategic deals can be a really effective strategy. You can actually mirror or even accelerate what you do just with deals alone by putting some or even frankly the majority of that budget into advertising. There's obviously price elasticity built in and a call. If you can have a call to action on a deal, that's great. But the name of the game is getting the product in front of a customer. If they see the product because there's a deal running on it, or if they see it because you're advertising it, they're seeing it either way.
Right.
Of course, they want a good price. You should always have a good price on the product. But it's actually much more about exposure, and you can mirror that exposure that you get through deals with advertising in sometimes, depending on the category, product, et cetera, a more cost-effective way. So we really use kind of a two-pronged strategy, but we actually, it sounds counterintuitive, we don't want to over-rely on deals in Prime Day to be the only volume driver.
Right.
So yeah, it's critical holiday overall. It's actually close to the volume of Black Friday. Every year, Prime Day does better than the previous year Black Friday. So that's based on Amazon's organic growth, but it's close. It's the middle of summer. It's pretty much a dead time for most brands in terms of volume, unless you're in back to school or summer products. So it's a great way to really spike some significant sales in the middle of an otherwise kind of underwhelming quarter.
When do you think brands should start advertising or ramping up advertising in lieu of Prime Day?
Yeah, so what we do is we actually start testing campaigns like 90 to 120 days out because we want to build relevancy going into Prime Day.
Right.
So we're not necessarily putting a big budget into those campaigns, but relevancy does make a difference in Amazon's advertising algorithms. So we want to make sure we're building that relevancy ahead of time. And then as we ramp into the beginning of July, really after July 4th, then we're really starting to double down on the budgets and chase the higher engagement from customers.
Is Prime Day really only for like CPG brands, or is it bigger? Can more brands get involved?
You'd be surprised. Just like in holidays, you'd be surprised at the product categories that people give as gifts. Same thing in Prime Day. You don't have to have. It doesn't have to be the PlayStation 5 to resonate with customers. People want deals and they want value on really every category that they're buying. What Prime Day really ultimately is about from a brand perspective is that there's a massive increase in traffic. So it's really about leveraging that traffic.
What do you make of Amazon's competitors copying Prime Day or doing their own events or just following Amazon's pricing for Prime Day?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think this benefits Amazon. I think the brilliance of Prime Day 3 or 4 years ago when they first came out with it is they created a shopping holiday that was named after their primary subscription service, and then all of their competitors copied them and got on board and made it so much worse. So the reality is, other retailers, e-commerce retailers, brick and mortar retailers can run deals on Prime Day, but they're running deals on Prime Day, on Amazon Prime Day. So I don't think it's really going to impact brands' performance on Amazon. Just like any deals, Amazon wants to have the best deal compared to another e-commerce site. If they just end up matched to Walmart.com, that's not nearly as compelling and interesting for them. Depending on how that works, you can actually get kicked out of a deal slot if you don't do a good job of controlling that. But for the most part, it happens. Everybody price matches everybody. The reality is, in most cases, as soon as Amazon runs a deal, all of their competitors are going to immediately price match, and that's just kind of par for the course at this point. So I don't think it's dramatically different than what's going to happen the rest of the year if you're running deals, off cycle or off season. I think macro for Amazon, if anything benefits them.